welcome back to Draft and Revise. Since you already have now your problem and you already justified what are your independent and dependent variables, plus you have given also the numerical value. So you are more than ready to know our next topic, which is the anatomy of a good research title. Okay? Alright, let's do this. First, let's define what research title is. Okay? Research title encapsulates the entire study through the fewest possible words. Actually, we have this ruling that a research title must have at least 9 to 12 content words only. No more, no less. 9 to 12 content words. And when I say content words, hindi kasama dito yung mga the, of, in, mga articles plus the prepositions. Okay? Alright. Why? Because you need to capture the reader's attention. Kasi sa maniwala kayo sa hindi, mainipin ang ating mga readers. And we have also two distinctions. We have the working title and the final title. When you are all throughout of your study, ang tawag pa lang doon is working title. But once you defended your paper and then your panelists will have this another set of corrections that will be the time na mag-revise ang title and i-consider na natin yun as your final title. So kapag may nagtanong sa inyo, what's your research title? Pwede mo i-follow a question naman sa kanya. Are you referring with our working title because we don't have yet our final title? O, di ba? You now become more specific. So with that, we can now proceed to the parts or the anatomy of a research title or a good research title. So a title must have purpose, variable or variables, plus respondents, and it must be in declarative form, not in a question form. Okay, because all the questions must be found on your statement of the problem. Okay, so we have here an example. Impact of perceived social support on help-seeking attitude of the adolescents. Ang sarap aralin ng study na to, mga anak. Okay, I'm gonna share the findings later on. Okay, so we have here the purpose. You just have to determine the impact of your two variables, and you have your respondents, and it is in declarative form. So I'm gonna share the findings of this study. It was found out that, okay, the more our adolescents open up with their friends or members of the family, lumiliit yung chance na nagsisik sila ng professional help from our psychiatrists, psychologists. Okay? So, kaya lang parang kulang bitin, diba? Kasi hindi na-justify doon yung effectiveness. It is not enough that bumababa yung pagsik natin with the help of mental health professionals. Diba? So, tingnan natin yung efficacy level. So, kung gusto nyo ituloy ito, ang gandang gawan ng investigation. So, next example for you to be able to understand. Okay, the first part is the purpose. Sooner or later you're about to propose your own research title. It can be about, an impact, influence, effort, relationship, analysis, evaluation, or even an output base. Okay? So, ito yon, the purpose. Taglish, please, the effect of code switching on students' understanding of second language-based subjects. Actually, may pinanggalingan to ng study, nakalimutan ko lang yung exact words. So, I came up with my own, and ang ganda din ng naging findings ng study na yun. It was found out that the students learn more or understand more the lesson if the professor, the instructor, teacher, or even the mentor uses 2 to 3 languages. Okay? So, ang ganda lang ng naging study. Next one, the variables. It's so obvious. Majority naman of the quantitative study, mayroong variables, mga anak. The IV and the DV. Present yun with on their title. So we have here an example, relationship of plagiarized output and level of academic achievement of the senior high school students. It's a good study. Why? Kasi pansin ko sa teacher, parang na-normalize na yung copy and pasting. Okay, kaya feel ng bata is okay to commit plagiarism. But in research, no. It's a big no-no. It's a mortal sin. Okay? Alright. So next, respondents. I want to be clear on this part. Okay. If in case that your respondents are students, okay, never ever name or put the name of the school on the research title or within the paper. Because you need to protect the data from your respondents. Kasi pinangako nyo yun. Diba? May mga consent form tayong dinidistribute before you conduct your study. Kung noon nasanay kayo na merong name ng school but this time around, it's a big no-no. Because we are adhering the ethical consideration and the ethical standards, the Data Privacy Act. Alright? So let's have this example, transitional policy and level of productivity of employees in select banking industry. Hindi naman dito mention ang BDO, Land Bank, PPI, and the like. Okay, but we can actually say na the respondents here are people working from the bank. Okay? Next, declarative, must be in a declarative form. Example, may payaso sa palasyo, the effect of department heads' frequent contradicting statements pertaining to COVID-19 responses to the trust rating of Filipinos. So here, okay, we have called subtitle. Okay, the subtitle here, anak, it functions is to provide witty context or add literary substance. It is not required to have a subtitle on your research title. Okay, lalo na kung lalagpas na yun sa 9 to 12 content words. Because the sole purpose of subtitle is to the bit of labor. Okay, di ba? Minsan kasi, our actual research title, very, technical, di ba? It's a very serious matter. So you provide some pakulo or paandar to catch the reader's attention. So we have here another examples. Pilipinas determining the presidential bet of the newly registered voters and the allowance has been slain. Budget allocation of students in pre and post COVID. Okay, so let's analyze this one. Can we consider this as a research title? Development of instructional modules in basic calculus for distance learning. Baka yung iba sa inyo pwedeng sabihin na parang hindi naman because it doesn't showcase the 9 to 12 content words, the variables, the IVNDV are vague here, and ano pa? Probably, makakahanap kayo ng reason to consider that this one is not considered as a research title. But actually, this one is counted as a research title. Baka wala kasi sa title si IVNDV. Diba? Pero kapag binasa yung paper, meron. And it's an example of an output-based study. Because you're developing an instructional module. But if you want to dig deeper, diba? If you want to have variables on it, you need to measure the relationship or effectiveness of that instructional modules with your respondents in terms of their academic performance. So this time around, present na here yung hinahanap ng independent variable and the 9 to 12 content words. Okay, hopefully you can come up now with your research title. Thank you and bye-bye.